we sat down at the exact same time.
I saw that.
You guys see that?
Yeah, no, it's nice. You guys are in sync.
Yeah, so we're trying to have a third baby. I don't know if I said that.
Oh. I thought we were just talking about you jerking off.
So
I thought you were just at the doctor.
This wasn't a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, that doctor's office. He was actually there for a nose and throat check. It had nothing to do with fertility.
A little cough, you know.
Yeah.
Can you jerk off in this cup, please?
He's like, sir, your mucus is a little runny. this mucus sample is not
This example is very weird color.
So, so I did my part. Obviously, I can't complain. This whole thing for me was like, Hila, if you want a third baby, it's up to you because this is all you got to go through all the hardest shit. I just don't.
I mean, you know too, right? Like, we're both kind of going back and forth on the idea a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, when it's hard currently, then we're like, we don't need any more.
Right after Bruce was born, we're like, fuck having a third baby.
Yeah. But I don't know, we're always kind of wondering. And then I've been talking to like people about us wondering. And then somebody, well, my trainer actually was like, if there's a doubt, then you guys should probably do it. Because usually when people are done, they're like, hell no. They're like not even thinking about it. Done.
You know.
And I kind of thought that made a lot of sense.
I thought that was really good advice too, because usually you hear the opposites. Like if you're in doubt, don't do it.
Yeah.
But hers was really good because when you're talking about having a kid, you lose out with more time. The longer you wait, the more you're losing out because we want our kids to be in the same age. You're going to be older, which means you're going to have less fucking time with them as your ass gets older.
And it's very physical. Like keeping up with them is hard physically.
So I thought that was really good advice. That's what convinced me too.
And I do really hope to have a girl because I just feel like it would be a completely different experience than, you know, mom and a boy versus mom and a girl for me. So yeah, I think I don't know, I feel like all the training that I do kind of, my body feels like in a better spot than ever. So I kind of feel like I'm not too worried about another pregnancy right now.
That's
like
awesome.
I can do it.
That's awesome. So that's good. You know, we're trying to find a hospital closer because you guys know last time this baby just fell out. I wasn't even there for the birth. So Hila's like, we got to find a hospital that's closer.
Yeah, because last time we got so lucky, it was the middle of the night, and so there was no traffic. But even without traffic, it's like 25 minutes. And if it ends up during traffic, like I'm just not taking that chance. There's no way. I'm not doing that again.
So I think you're going to give birth in the car, if anything.
No.
It's like, fuck. Yeah, so people are asking, how does it work with IVF? Can you choose the gender?
So what's going to happen now is after I take all the hormones and all the stuff they're going to be giving me, they're going to take out the eggs. They're going to put me under and like take the eggs out. So it depends on how many I'll have and how many of them.
You had 20. You're like stacked.
That's just follicles, but the follicle is where the egg will grow or something like that. Super hard for me to follow.
Okay.
But yes, there's a good chance that we'll have like a few good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because from the amount that you start with, not all of them are going to be good ones.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like you start with 6, but only 1 will be good.
You're like, this kid will suck. You don't want him.
I don't know what it means, but that's
this
what they say.
This kid's going to be dumb for sure. You don't want that egg. No, I think it's the viability. I think like a higher quality egg is less likely to result in a miscarriage.
Miscarriage, yeah.
Yeah.
So once we see, I don't know, if we'll have a few options, then I think it means we can choose. Because if they can say you have a good option here for a boy or a good option for a girl, we know we only want one, so we can pick which one. Yeah. Because sometimes like there's a chance that you put them back in and the pregnancy won't go through still. Mm-hmm. So sometimes people will put 2 even. And they're like, well, if it does, we'll take the risk of having twins.
Would you do that?
I would not do that. No, not willing to take that.
I was kind of open to the idea of having twins. I was like, fuck it, let's just do this 4-family crazy.
And I was like, there's no way in hell that I'm doing that because I'm okay with carrying 1 baby. I don't want to do that to my body, carry 2 babies.
Yeah, I can see that really fucking up your back.
and it's like a high risk pregnancy.
Oh,
And I was like all the way through the end. I was working, I was doing stuff. Like when it's high risk pregnancy, you're just like laying down the
I
whole
see.
end of the pregnancy because it's just insane.
Okay. Yeah, so the IVF it's actually really tough. Like, so tell about the process now, because you're gonna start
Yeah.
doing all these shots and stuff.
So yeah, on Monday I'm starting the shots, and it's gonna be for 8 to 12 days, depending on how it develops. But it's 2 shots in the evening, and then at some point in the middle of those 8 days, there will be also a 3rd shot in the morning. And it's just like, I don't know. The one that is painful is the one that I already had to do last time.
That one
And
was so bad.
I'm not looking forward to that one.
The thing
Kind of
is-
it burns when it goes in.
Sucks, dude. I have to do it, and it like really hurts Hila. It's like
Yeah.
burns. I don't like that one.
But we already did that, so I'm kind of like, well, I've been there, I've done it.
And then so we do all that, and then do you
Then
know
they
when
give
the-
you like a trigger shot or something like that when they're ready. When they're like,
Oh.
okay, it's ready. There's a trigger thing,
Right.
and then basically we're gonna go for the egg retrieval.
So when is that happening?
So that might happen around like March 1st. They said depending on
And
how everything goes. But
and then when do we do the IVF?
so I take it step by step because it's a lot of information every time. So right now, this is all I'm like.
It's probably soon after. If they got
It
the
will be soon after.
they got the sperm.
From
so
what
you
I
could be
understand, like beginning of the process, like very, very beginning to the very end of like you're pregnant is
Yeah.
about 3 months.
Oh, so 'cause
But the very beginning already, because I had to be for 2 weeks on birth control pills, which I've
Okay.
already done.
yeah.
So that's the very beginning.
Okay, so there's still a while.
So there's still a while because once
we
they
just started.
they retrieve the eggs, then I don't know what they do to it. And yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, it was a tough decision to come to, but we ultimately decided.
He's lovely.
You know what was a crazy moment when we decided like, okay, let's talk to the doctor
Yeah,
and tell her, that we're interested in doing this.
yeah.
So I went to my text messages with her, and when I opened it, the first thing that came up was, wait, where is it?
I like that you could text with this doctor. That's pretty badass.
The first thing that came up was when she texted me when we were live
Oh,
that 392, you were super pregnant
Right.
with Bruce.
Right,
And I was like, oh my God.
right. I forgot that's how it happened. That's awesome.
Crazy.
Just the two of us.